Good morning, students. Today I am going to take up lesson number 8, Adaptations. In this chapter, we will see what is adaptation and then we will discuss some adaptations related to the place where an organism lives, the food it eats, and the ways in which it protects itself. Children, adaptation is the physical or behavioral characteristics of an organism that helps the organism to survive better in the surrounding environment. So, these are the characters that make an organism the best suited to its way of life. Adaptations in aquatic plants. Children, aquatic plants are the plants that live in water. For example, lotus, duckweed, pistia, water hyacinth. They have a special characteristic which help them survive well in water. They have hollow and light stems with lots of air space that keep the leaves and the flowers floating on water. Their leaves are broad and waxy coating that prevent them from rotting. Leaves have stomata on the upper surface to breathe easily. Their seeds are light and spongy, so they can be dispersed or scattered by water. Aquatic plants do not need to look for water, so they do not have long root system. Now, adaptations in fish. The body of a fish has many features that help it swim. Fish have a streamlined body. That means the body is long and pointed at both the end. They have a covering of slippery scales on their body. These features help the animal move fast in water. They have gills for breathing oxygen in water. They take in water through their mouth and throw it out through their gills. As the water passes over the gills absorb the oxygen mixed in water. Carbon dioxide collected in the gills mixes with the water and passes out. Other aquatic animals also have adaptations that help them swim. For example, ducks and frogs have webbed feet which helps them to push back water and move forward. Now, adaptations in desert plants. Plants that grow in deserts are well adapted to cope with shortage of water. Plants lose water through the stomata on their leaves. So, larger leaves means more water a plant loses. Most of the desert plants have no leaves or small seasonal leaves that only grow after it rains or have leaves cut into thin strips. The lack of leaves helps reduce water loss during photosynthesis. They have very long roots to help them gather as much water as possible. Some of the desert plants store water in their roots, stems, leaves, or fruits and are called succulents. Children, cactus is the most common desert plant. They survive well in desert. They have spines which are special leaves that reduce the loss of water. They have green, thick, spongy stems that do photosynthesis and prepare food for the plant. They store water also. Let's see adaptations in desert animal. Children, camel is the best example of an animal that can survive very well in hot, dry and sandy deserts. They have many features which help them to survive in desert. They can manage without food and water for long spells. They have long eyelashes and thin slit nostrils that can close to protect them from blowing sand. Long muscular legs which keep the body high above the hot sand and white padded feet allow walking on rocks and hot sand without slipping. Camels have an extremely long large intestine for reabsorbing water. They can drink a lot of water at one go and passes very little urine. Children, another important feature of camel is fat-filled hump, which supply them the energy they need to survive long trek in the desert. Children, our next topic is adaptations in animals those who live in cold climate. Polar bears, penguins, seals, whales, walrus are the animals that live in icy cold. Polar bears live in the Arctic region, which is icy cold. The white fur of the polar bear helps it blend in the snow and ice. The thick layer of fat under its skin helps it stay warm in such cold temperature. Its small and round ears help maintain body heat and don't allow the cold water to enter the ear. Penguins have overlapped feathers that trap warm air to survive in icy cold. Their paddle-like flippers help them swim through the water. Their bones are heavy and their flippers are thin. They have a thick layer of fat under their skin. That's all for this video. The remaining part we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.